Welcome to Concussion Talk Podcast. I'm Nick Mercer. These are days 53 and 54 of my big trip across Canada. Day 53, Cabano to Florenceville, New Brunswick, 187.02 kilometers. Biking time 6 hours and 40 minutes, 6,018 kilometers total. After a really good and cheap breakfast at the camp lodge and leaving camp at 10:15, we made good time to Edmonton to New Brunswick and ate lunch at the subway there. I had forgotten about the time zone change, so unfortunately we lost an hour. After Edmonton, we headed to Grand Sault, 65 kilometers down the road. That was a really nice ride. Generally a flat road, a big well-paved shoulder. We bought food for dinner and had another 65 kilometers to our campground. That part was hillier and we both needed to stop and have one of our breakfast bars after running out of energy. I called Mom and Dad looking for directions to Aunt Phyllis's house in Moncton. I'll have to check my email tomorrow for that, and also hope to hear from Leslie to see if Mern's around in Fredricton. We racked up some nice milestones today too. 5th time zone into our 7th province and 6,000 kilometers. Looking back 10 years later, milestones are nice in the abstract, but when you're not finished, their importance quickly fades away. I knew Canada was big and wide, but now it was just rubbing it in. Day 54, Florenceville to Fredricton, 158.85 kilometers. Biking time 5 hours and 55 minutes, 6,177 kilometers total. If the hills were annoying yesterday, they are aggravating this morning and infuriating this afternoon. But we're at camp and I just finished playing some mini golf, so everything is cool now. It wasn't the steepness of the hills that got to me. It was just that my legs and I were tired, and I wanted them to stop, but they just kept on coming. To top it all off, I got a nosebleed in the early afternoon, and then a bee or wasp stung me later on. So no real problems, just annoying ones. We stopped in Ireland to get food for lunch and snacks for the road. Then more hills, my nosebleed, and eventually a visitor info center. While we were there, I checked my email and got directions to Aunt Phyllis's house tomorrow. I didn't hear from Leslie or Mern, so we didn't meet up with them. Before shopping for dinner, I felt something on the back of my bike jersey and thought it was just a wrapper from one of our breakfast bars, so I tried to grab it. It must have been a wasp or a bee because I could feel the stinger go in, and now I have a big welt back there. Tomorrow looks to be another long one, but they all seem to be lately. Looking back 10 years later. A couple of weeks earlier we would have been really impressed with and focused on our distances. But all of these big days in a row had made us jaded, and our concentrations went to other more Seinfeldian matters. Kingers was questioning the logic of covering bridges. We saw a covered bridge in Ireland. And all I could think about were the covered bridges in Scooby-Doo, where there'd be someone under it, turned it 180 degrees to make the car go out the same way it entered. Thank you again for listening. Please visit my website at www.concussiontalk.com and read my blogs and listen to my other podcasts, Concussion Talk Podcast and Phoenix Concussion Recovery Podcast with Lauren Zacks. As always, music at the beginning of this podcast is by Ben Sound, www.bensound.com.